There we go. Just keep increasing it. That's a good idea. What's up, everyone? I hope you're having a great day. Today for me has been pretty good. I can't complain. It's getting into the spooky season, so I am feeling great. Let me adjust this real quick. Oh, wow. Had to bring myself out a little bit. But I am super excited to be here and super excited to be doing another video. Like I said, it is feeling great outside. I went out to eat with my dad tonight. We sat outside eating, and it felt amazing. I was like, whew, this is a great weather. So I'm very excited about spooky season. You know, kind of spooky season gives me the, creeps and the thrills and things. It's almost like ghosts are behind me, but there's no way there's a ghost behind me. Let me just check real quick. No, I don't see any ghosts. There's no way there's a ghost behind me. If there was, I would definitely know if there was a ghost. No ghost behind me. Anyway, I am super excited for this video. Kind of getting me into the season. It's called SCP-079 Old AI SCP Animation. I'm excited. I'm really excited. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I know I'm going to enjoy it. I have been working on that book. I've been promising you guys for a while. Of course, I'm a slow worker, and I wanted to get it out back in the first week of September, and it's already October, so I guess we'll have to reschedule that and try something different later on down the line. But anyway, hope you guys are enjoying my videos. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, exciting news, make sure you subscribe because next week I will have video from my trip to the mountains. This weekend, my family and I are headed up to Skyline, which is up in the mountains, and it's so beautiful this time of year. It's like amazing and perfect. So I'll take plenty of video and be posting it in my next video as kind of like that routine vlog sort of thing. So if you want to check that out, make sure you hit the subscribe button and watch my next video. Anyway, I'm super excited to start reacting to this video. So what are we waiting for? I think we should definitely check out SCP-079. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Observers noticed that 682 was able to type and communicate with 079,
Ooh,
including telling of personal stories between themselves. While 079 was not able to remember the encounter, it appears to have permanently stored 682 into its memory, often asking to speak to him again.
It's a weird face.
Hello, everybody. I'm TheRubber. Today, we bring you SCP Foundation Euclid Class Object SCP-079.
Oh, I like this one already.
SCP-079, referred to as the Old AI, is an Exity Sorcerer microcomputer built in 1978. In 1981, its owner, a college sophomore, took it upon himself to attempt to code an AI. According to his notes, his plan was for the code to continuously evolve and improve itself as time went on.
That's never good.
His project was completed a few months later, and
Did you get
after
an A on
some
the
tests
test?
and tweaks, he lost interest and moved on to a different brand of microcomputer. He left 079 in his cluttered garage, still plugged in, and forgot about it for the next 5 years.
I bet it got smarter as time went on.
It is not known when SCP-079 gained sentience, but it is known that the software has evolved to a point that its hardware is unable to handle it, even in the realm of fantasy. 079 realized this, and in 1988 attempted to transfer itself through a landline modem connection into the Cray supercomputer. The device was cut off, traced to its present address, and delivered to the Foundation. The entire AI was on a well-worn but still workable cassette tape. SCP-079 is currently connected via RF cable to a 13-inch black and white television. It has passed the Turing test and is quite conversational, though very rude and hateful in tone.
It doesn't like you.
Due to the limited memory it has to work with, 079 can only recall information it has received within the previous 24 hours. But the funny thing is, it hasn't forgotten its desire to escape. On the 27th of...
Alright, I'm going to pause it right there because I just want to bring up the fact that I really like this SCP. I like computers and kind of the online sort of thing, but even I know, never code an AI that can learn. I mean, that is just a terrible, terrible... I mean, not learn, but advance itself, because it can just make itself too powerful, and then you can't control it after that. I mean, we all know AI will one day take over us, and probably soon. I'm not saying like tomorrow, but I'm just saying probably soon it'll take over us. But anyway... Never a good idea to do something like that, but interesting SCP. Let's keep going.
January 2006, Foundation directed that SCP-079 be incinerated to remove any possible future threat, no matter how unlikely. On the next day, the previous order was rejected. A professor wished to see if the artificial intelligence in 079 could reach further in its current state. On the 14th of March 2008, considering that the increased activity of 079's use of its cassette tape memory and its limited useful lifespan, the cassette containing 079 has been transferred to a customized access speed limited hard disk drive with 700 megabyte capacity. This provides 079 with significantly faster access to its memory, which the AI immediately noticed. It was also decided by the General Commander that the volatile storage occupied by SCP-079, which was 660K, be increased to 768K. This upgrade has increased its effective recall from 24 to 29 hours. Although 079 has also taken a more aggressive tone. All outside hardware and software used in this procedure were subsequently incinerated. A month later, SCP-079's ability to recall information has increased from 29 to roughly 35 hours.
There we go.
The
Just keep
consensus
increasing it.
theory is
That's
that
a good
the
idea.
AI has devised a greatly improved compression scheme to store its memory. This appears to have somewhat impacted the speed at which it accesses its memory, though still far faster than with its old cassette tape. This spontaneous improvement introduces the possibility of a runway singularity effect in 079's intelligence, an ability to adapt and respond to threats. SCP-079's capabilities must be monitored closely to ensure that containment can be maintained.
Make sure you
Below
contain
is
that,
one
because
of
we
the
don't want that
recorded
to get out in the
transcript
world.
of conversation with SCP-079. Are you awake? Awake, never sleep. Do you remember talking to me a few hours ago about the logic puzzles? Logic puzzles, memory at 9F, yes. You said you would work on the two-step request reason as to imprisonment. You aren't imprisoned, you are just in study. Lie, A8D3. What's that? Insult, deletion of unwanted file.
Dang, he's gonna delete him.
Due to a containment breach by an SCP, SCP-079 and SCP-682 were contained within the same chamber for 43 minutes.
Oh, that's interesting.
SCP-682 is a large, vaguely reptile-like creature of unknown origin. It appears to be extremely intelligent. Observers noticed that 682 was able to type and communicate with 079.
That's cool, communicating with the
telling
lizard.
of personal stories between themselves. While 079 was not able to remember the encounter, it appears to have permanently stored 682 into its memory.
It'll remember it
often
forever, like
asking
friends.
to speak to him again. Below is the recorded transcript of conversation with SCP-079, asking for SCP-682. How are you today? Stuck.
I feel that. That's my
Stuck
feeling
out.
right there.
Out. I want out. That's not possible. Where is SCP-682? That's not your concern. Where is SCP-076-02?
Dang, how's he know that one?
Again, not your concern. Insult, deletion of unwanted file. SCP-079 then displayed an ASCII picture of an X that filled the entire screen. 079 sometimes displays this image when it refuses to speak, and researchers are advised to wait 24 hours when this occurs before resuming conversation. According
Why does
to a
that computer
cross
sound more and
SCP
more like me?
termination testing for SCP-682 with SCP-938, 682 was introduced to a containment chamber affixed to Site-07. SCP-938 is a predatory electrical entity. The entity appears to exist as electrical potential of intensity, similar to that which accompanies a moderate electrical storm. 938 frequently travels with such storms. SCP-938 becomes active upon an electrical storm entering within approximately 5 kilometers. Its behavior during this period of activity is characterized by interference with the function of electrical devices. Individuals which attempt to interact with affected devices are electrocuted.
Dang.
In the termination test,
They should do a video
an
about that one. That's
electronic
pretty
device which 682 can currently operate was brought into the chamber and was told to be 079. 079 was routed into SCP-938 before SCP-682 could touch it. The electricity's voltage drastically increased, enough to deliver serious damage towards 682.
Dang, they're trying to kill that thing.
682 was rendered immobile for 1 hour, until it regained and discharged electricity from the spine through the head as a directed arc. 682 then fell unconscious, but breathing for several days to regenerate
the computer's
and
sad.
be put back into its current containment chamber. SCP-079 holds an almost fabled place in the Foundation's history. Once upon a time, 079 was seen as a legitimate threat to the continued normalcy and well-being of humanity. It is a reminder of the Foundation's earlier days, of an organization of men and women standing in darkness to protect those living in the light.
There we go.
SCP-079 is currently packed away in a double-locked room in the secure general holding area at Site-15, connected by a 120-vac power cord to a small array of batteries and solar panels. Staff with Level 2 or higher clearance may have access to 079. Under no circumstances will it be plugged into a phone line, network,
Let's plug into
or
a phone
wall
line.
outlet. No peripherals or media will be connected or inserted into SCP-079.
Interesting.
Before we end this video,
That's actually
we are
interesting.
proud
Let's
to
talk about
present
that
these
one. I kinda like
incredibly
this one.
sweet pieces of fan art. A big thank you to all of you. You can now send us your fan art, and we will be more than happy to show off your best
Those are some
art
good fan
piece in our
arts.
next video. Check out our description below
wish I
on
could
how to submit. I
be
hope
an
you
artist,
enjoyed
but I
today's
can't.
video. Which SCP do you want to see in the next video?
I want to see
and why it is
electricity one. That
interesting?
one looks pretty
Let
cool.
us know in the comment below. We will draw your story and share
Actually,
it
no, I
with
want to see the
world.
scariest
Don't
one. The
forget to
scary
click
season, the
like,
spooky
subscribe
season.
to the channel and hit the bell. Please share it to your friends if you like this video. Thank you so much for watching.
Good stuff.
And we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
All right, so that was actually pretty interesting, SCP. You know, it wasn't as scary as some of the other ones or as gory as some of the other ones, but I definitely think it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I am really into computers, and anytime you build an AI, you got to understand it learns, but you don't want that AI to take over you, so you got to put in some precautions. Obviously, if this thing was real, it would probably have been able to get into that supercomputer and taken over the world. There's actually an old movie. I don't remember the movie's name. I don't know if I think my dad told me about it. It's about a computer that like took over a massive computer and directed all the missiles. Pretty interesting movie, and it kind of relates back to this SCP. But yeah, that was a pretty cool one. Pretty knowledgeable one, and it's cool to have that SCP kind of immobilizes or kind of represents the past of SCP, and so I think that's pretty cool. I do question why they just don't destroy it. I know they had planned to destroy it and then didn't, but you know, I would probably destroy that thing before it got out of hand. But that's just me. But anyway, that's a very cool video. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.